I've been playing with Faith Hill for the last 6 years, but I'm now starting to also play with Tim McGraw.
You're still doing lots of sessions, of course.
That hasn't slowed down. There's still an industry out there.
If you could just tell me, like, you know, A Bean.
Yeah.
You know, you were saying earlier that
Yeah.
you hadn't actually sat them down next to each other just like that.
Yeah.
And you know, show us some of the differences that you're hearing between those two there, the
Well,
classic and the new.
Well, this one will sell for about 3 to 4 more times on eBay, price-wise, than that one will.
Good point.
But that is, that'd be the downfall right there. I've been so used to using this. I've had this pedal forever, and you know, you kind of get used to the way something sounds, and you know, they don't have a ton of low end, which is kind of cool for solos. It kind of helps a thing vocally kind of poke through the track, you know. I've never been a fan of them for chording and stuff like that, for, you know, for rhythm and stuff, for getting like a channel switching sound. And that's where this one really impresses me, in that you can use it for rhythm or for leads. If you feel like you're getting a little vulnerable in the low end as far as being a little light, you know, you can kick that boost in. And I use it both ways. And it just depends on where everything's sitting in a track, as far as if there's a lot of low end content already and I need this to kind of poke through the mix, I'll leave it in the off position. Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, one thing I've never noticed, because I never do a side-by-side comparison of these two guys, is that the Tube Screamer has a little bit of trash or something that I don't really like in the low mids that seems to be kind of surging through, you know. There's not a term for that. You know, that this pedal here it just sounds like you turned a great amp up louder, you know. Plus, it'll go where the 808 can't go once you kick in the low end, and it'll add a little bit more drive. That's very natural. We like to keep it natural.
Sounds good.
I typically keep the tone. I typically keep the tone down pretty low, because I don't want to hear a lot of upper end. You know, especially if you're doing any kind of lead work. When you get on the upper register of the guitars, if you have some brightness in there, it can kind of get taxing to the ear. You know. Okay. And I like to keep it a little bit more rounder than that without having to go to a neck pickup. I like to keep it on the back pickup, but still, and I'll roll some top end off the guitar too, just to. So. Yeah, so that way it never gets.
Keep it a little bit dark, but still with the clarity coming through.
Yeah. Cleans up pretty good too. Yeah. I've never turned it up all the way, by the way.
Live large.
That's nice.
Beauty.
I never noticed the garbage before. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting in a bad way. What's street price on the?
$99.99. $100.
Yeah, it's still kind of cool. Yeah, I've got an old tube screamer. It's still kind of cool to say that, but
Right.
yeah.
Can we try, just for fun?
Yeah.
I'd like to throw this pedal in there.
Still says real vocal sounding.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. Wow. Man, the open road sounds so good.
It's really ideal for chording and all that.
Yeah.
And then punching the 808 in with it
Yeah.
for the lead.
That's amazing. That sounds great together. Yeah, usually I'll set up a chain to where, like I say, I'll run the amp a little bit hotter for lead, and then take it to the next level with the pedal.
Right.
And but I've never run these two together like that. I'm gonna have to start doing that back at the house. But I'll use the open road to take a clean amp and kick it up to the next level. You know, so that way I'm not messing. And so I'll use that more, not at when I'm overdubbing for people, but when I'm on sessions and stuff. You know, where I just need the chorus. You know, when you go into the chorus thing, you need to kick it up a level. That's when I'll kick in the open road just to kind of beef it up a little bit. You know.
Well, and then having the possibility of cascadium like that, that's
Yeah.
like another level and then one more level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we had a big flood last May, and I had 17 guitars underwater, and some of them survived, some of them have come back, some of them that I thought were coming back now, they're showing their cracks again, which is a drag. I noticed that on a Les Paul yesterday at the studio. I was like, "Hey, you're coming apart again." But one of the things that lived, I had an open road that was underwater for about 3 days, and then so I retrieved my gear, and some of it I had to put in a tub of water because I had a week of tracking and wasn't going to have any time to get to it. So I had it in clean water for another 6 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just pulled the open road out and dried it off with a blow dryer, sprayed it up, put the knobs back on. I'm using it again.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I'm not saying they're waterproof,
No.
but
Don't try this at home.
they're mighty tough. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't try that at home.